Black Warrior Wildlife Management Area in north central Alabama is over 90,000 acres of woodlands, but it's got some complex regulations with different zones, weapons, deer sizes, and buck antlers, so make sure you know your regulations before you go there. I'm at the Black Warrior WMA in north central Alabama. I've already tagged out in Georgia, so I came to Alabama to hunt. This is a 4-day hunt in early December. It's buck only, and the bucks have to have 4 points on one side or better. It's a gun hunt. So I've never been here before. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm just going in blind, and we'll see what happens. This terrain is really up and down. You got a cliff band right there, and you can hear the water trickling down the drainage. And you got a lot of thick area here on top. But I'm trying to work my way up on this ridge up here. And on the other side's a creek drainage, so I'm trying to figure things out. This kind of looks like a deer bed right here. I'm up in this area. We got a lot of ground brush. Gives them some cover and food. If you get up in one of these pines, you might see a long way, see down into it. But I kind of like to see a little more buck sign or deer sign here before I set up. Okay, I finally found some buck sign. Here's a little rub here. We're still in this area of these mature pines and some underbrush. So, find some buck sign. There's another buck rub. Here's some very promising sign right here. I got a scrape. And it actually has some fresh footprints in it. Hoof prints. And it's got the classic branches been chewed on. So that's very promising. So I like the looks of this area. And like I said, you could probably get up one of these pine trees and see a long ways. So I got a scrape with fresh tracks in it. So this might be a good place to set up. Trying to work my way up to the top of this ridge, and this place is really thick. But when I'm doing so, I look down and I see some fresh tracks. Like they're walking right up through here. So that looks good too. Spending the first day I'm here mainly scouting and trying to find a good spot to set up. I got 2.5 days I'm gonna hunt here, so I'm gonna scout a good bit, walk and sit till I find some good spots to set up, tomorrow and the next day. So hopefully I can find some good sign and be in the rut. There's always a chance you come up on some bucks chasing does, but we'll see. I'm seeing a lot of acorns around here. And you got this real thick cover in here. But then on this side over here, you got these wide open hardwoods. So it's kind of like a mix of cover here. And also there's a buckrope right over there. So you're kind of like on this road on top of this ridge. So you got a good mix of pines and underbrush. And then you got the open hardwoods here. And a lot of acorns in here. The track there crossing this area here looks reasonably fresh. I'm on this woods road that follows a ridge, and down here looks like a saddle where it kind of dips down, and it could be they passed through here. I don't know, but I'm gonna sit here a little while. I got this log here to sit on, but I'm kind of surprised how few hunters I'm seeing here. On the drive in, I saw 3 trucks over several miles of woods that I drove, and I've heard 2 shots so far. I don't know if they're shooting at bucks, but you assume that. But anyway, it's getting close to midday, and I'm gonna watch this saddle here for a while.
Black Warrior has a lot of natural beauty with some interesting rocks and some cliff formations.
That's a good looking rub there. It's starting to rain. I don't want to be out here in the rain, and it's about dusk anyway. So I think I know where I'm going to hunt in the morning, so I can get in here when the rain quits in the morning and set up in my tree stand. I get a lot of walking today. I think I did about 5 miles, but this day was mainly just for scouting, which is what I did. I don't really expect to see much, but tomorrow, the rain quits, maybe the deer start moving. I've hoped for that tomorrow. It's the second day of my Alabama hunt. The first day, I was mainly scouting and trying to find a good spot. So this morning, I'm on a area of big pines with a lot of understory. As you can see, it's very cloudy and overcast, but it rained last night. But there's a ridge right along here. It drops off into some hardwoods, and it's kind of thick down through here. And there was a scrape down in here I saw yesterday. It actually has some fresh footprints in it. It had some fresh hoof prints in it, so that's what I'm hoping to see some action, but I can see a good ways. So I gotta be on my toes looking because they're walking quietly in the wet leaves. But this area is known to have a low deer density, so you're lucky to see anything, kind of like Cohutta when I hunted last year. But we'll give it a try. Keep looking and maybe a big buck will come by.
About 10 o'clock, a doe came moving down the ridge through that thick stuff. I tried to get the camera on her, but she was hard to see. But more importantly, I grabbed my rifle, thinking and hoping a buck would be following her.
I just had a doe come through. She came through that brush right there. She seemed like she was in a hurry. And then she took off down through there. But that was exciting. I finally saw a deer. I just keep hoping maybe there's a buck following her. There's another hunter up here. I just saw his hat. But he's walking through hollering a guy's name, Bob. I don't know why he's doing that. But he's up this way. And about 10 minutes after I saw that doe go through, I heard a shot down here. It sounded pretty close, so definitely people in here that weren't here yesterday. So I don't know if I'm gonna wait it out or move to somewhere else. There's a hunter over there hollering through the woods. I think my hunting's over. You could see from up in my tree how open it seemed, but when you look down here, well, it's thick. It's got a lot of stuff in here. I made this mock scrape here last night on this road. Couldn't find a branch, so I just kind of made one here with this little scent wick and left it overnight, and there's actually a deer track in it right here. A small one, but it's a deer track. And I was hunting down in here this morning.
After the morning hunt, I got some lunch, talked to some other hunters, went by the check station, and kept scouting. This hunter got a 7-pointer that morning.
After my morning hunt, I had some lunch and talked to some other hunters, and I found these open fields on one of my apps. I want to come check it out. So I'm going to do a little afternoon scouting before I set up for my evening hunt, trying to find a good spot for it. There's a scrape on the side of this field. Doesn't look like it's been freshened up recently, but they still may come visit. I decided to come back and hunt these fields. I wildlife openings. I really didn't have anything else scouted. I was going to go to one other area, but this is as good as any. So, got a couple hours till dark, so we'll hope something comes out. This is the third day of my Alabama public land hunt. And it's a Saturday, and my son came with me. He lives in the area. And we kind of came in blind. We just picked an area on the map and came in. And right now I'm sitting on a real steep draw. There's a pretty good buck rub up here. This is the last day I'm going to hunt here. This afternoon, we're going to watch the Alabama-Georgia football game. So, we're going to give it one more try. I brought my tree stand in, but the slopes here are so steep, it really doesn't give you much of an advantage. You can just sit and look down at these steep draws. So, I'm going to sit here a while, and maybe I'll move a little bit later, but hopefully we'll see a good buck come by. I'd like to see the buck that made this rub. Another noisy squirrel. I moved around the ridge here. I can see down in this creek bottom here. When I walked over to the side, I thought I saw one walk off. I'm not sure. But I haven't heard any shots yet. And my son is hunting back up that drainage. So, give it a couple more hours. Maybe something will come in. Here's one of the wildlife openings they have here at Black Warrior. It looks pretty good. You got a nice green field. So that might be worth hunting. At least they do something to help enhance the property. One other thing, in Alabama, you don't have to wear an orange vest. You only have to wear an orange hat. So I found that out. So that's why I'm only wearing an orange hat.
See anything?
I think I saw one, but I'm not sure, but not much. What about you?
Not this morning.
Didn't you get one last week?
Yeah, I was hunting Zone A last week and hunting on the ridge top, and buck came up from behind me, coming to the top of the ridge, and shot him about 30 yards away.
How big was he?
About a 7-pointer. Two and a half year old deer.
Good deal. All right. Well, we gave it a try.
Yeah.
Come back to the house.